Hello, geeks, freaks, and everything in between,
That's
and
my
welcome
thing.
to another session of San Francisco by Night. Yes, I stole it.
You fucker.
I know, thank you. Um, Tonight we have a session with um with Smoke here as Russ, and our lovely not so fat cat as his lovely character, the one, the only Robocop 2.0 Officer Christine Justice. Tonight,
Woo!
off tonight, for those who aren't aware, is a catch up on a bit of a problem Detective Russ recently discovered as he leaves a holding cell with one Eddie inside it. Detective, what are you going to do about this problem?
Well, I should probably go and, tell the pack about it.
All right.
um, yeah.
All right. So you're heading towards the main um, office area, and you're looking around for your pack. Unfortunately, most of the other wolves in your pack are beat cops. So
Mm.
those who are on right now are probably patrolling. You see like one or two of your wolf blood compatriots who work office jobs, as well as, but luck rings out. Can you give me a perception check?
Yep. Go +2. Two successes.
All right. You spot in the corner as you're looking around. Um, you spot Jenkins, leaning up against a desk, waiting impatiently for Officer Christine to finish her latest batch of paperwork. Jenkins, is one of the other werewolves in the group. And Officer Christine is a newly joined wolf blood.
Slowly and rhythmically bashing head against table with the power cord in my mouth. Just
She also happens to be in a very unique um, situation where while she's a wolf blooded, there's not much blood left in her. Being about, what would you say, 95% mechanical?
I'd say 90. There's still some basic organs.
90% mechanical.
Thump, thump, thump. Paperwork. God help me.
I guess Jenkins is like higher up in the command line, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
So I guess
Um,
I'd talk to him first,
all right.
foremost.
Okay. So if I get Jenkins wrong, let me know, Christine, because I've never roleplayed this guy. He's a spot character.
Yeah,
But
he's barely got a personality. It's really hard to miss.
okay. So, um, Officer Jenkins will be sitting there, drinking a coffee and slowly chewing on his donut as he watches Officer Christine slowly um, further the dent that has been slowly forming in her desk as he
Mm.
goes, I know this is quicker, but I don't know why you don't just put it in as regular paperwork. Strikes me as it would be much easier, Justice.
It's really not. It's like my brain moves faster than my hands.
Yeah, but then you won't get this whole headache thing, you know?
Honestly, the pain fuels me.
Does a slight eye roll as he says, "Whatever you say, partner," and looks away, looking for something else to look at, and then sees Russ and goes, "Ah, detective, what can we do for you? What brings you down to us lowly grunts?"
I was gonna discuss matters of, uh, I mean, this, and he like kind of moves his arm around like the whole room, and like, there's something I need to tell you about, and I don't think we should do it here at all.
Raises an eyebrow, goes, right, and nods towards one of the interrogation rooms. Or
Yep.
not the interrogation room, but the glass behind the interrogation room. You know what I mean? One of the observation areas.
Yep. Yep.
And as he'll nod towards it and then go, "Christine, you coming?"
1 second. I actually finished. Sir, what are we doing? Are we doing that kind of talk stuff?
Shrugs.
Alright.
Officer Christine, can you give me a perception check as you get up to leave?
Wits. Composure. Boop. +1.
You spot a tablet that in your to-do box that you could have sworn was not there even 2 seconds ago.
Does it look particularly important?
No, it just looks like more paperwork. Everything's fine.
Nope, I'm forgetting about it now. I did what I needed to do. Anything that comes after that is not my responsibility at this moment.
All right. So you guys are heading to the
I assume we walk in and
the observation area. It's empty. The interrogation room that's adjacent to is not being currently used.
pulls out jammer, because that's usually
yeah.
the protocol these cops do, is pull out a little jammer device.
You pull out the jammer as Jenkins systematically goes through and unplugs a couple of different vital items. You can tell he's done this before. Before he turns to our lovely detective here and goes, "All right, detective, what seems to be the problem?"
Well, to summarize, I've got a entity merging with a person, and they're slowly gonna like start, mutating, and that's really fun, and totally didn't freak me out. I promise. But I believe those are called claimed, and we got one on our hands in that interrogation room. He
What?
calls himself Eddie. Calls himself Eddie, and he's really aggressive. He also well, his full name's Eddie Fawkes now. That's what he calls himself. Fox. There you go, Fox. And like, because of the condition that my character has, Shaken, he's clearly not comfortable in the room.
Jenkins will run his hand through his ear and go, so let me get this straight. We've got some bloke who's about to start mutating. Blinks slowly and goes,
Like, full on, like,
"You
X-Men.
what?"
Or,
Like, probably, most likely.
like,
Um,
something weird and gross and, like, tentacly?
maybe.
Oh.
It's a situation, and like they're very close.
I looked at Jenkins. Is there a wolf thing we can do? Like,
Typically, in these sort of situations, the best bet is to, the best bet is to hunt, declare a hunt, and rip this thing apart before it gets too out of hand. Maybe if they're not too far down the road, we might be able to reverse it, but that involves basically somehow tearing the spirit from the body.
right, and we don't have the time for that because he sounds like he's ready to pop.
I don't have
Don't
time
do
for a fetish. That seems.
looks towards um do you know what aspects this guy is, by the way?
No idea. I just know he was a wolf. I think he's got a character sheet.
Check.
Shit, he doesn't.
No, okay. So I'm just going to assume he is Ruha.
Wait, what?
So he went. I'm just going to. I know he's a. Um, I know what his tribe is.
Okay, I
Which
thought.
is he's an Iron Master.
Okay, yep, that makes sense.
So I'm assuming his aspects is Ruha.
Okay.
It makes my life easier if I just assume he's a puncher.
Most likely.
Oh, Rahu. Okay.
Yeah, Rahu.
So like
Okay.
Brujas sounds like a vampire thing, didn't it?
I was like, Same
Ha!
thing, I guess.
Yeah, Rahu. Sorry. Me and English do not get along well.
It's fine.
So he'll be nodding at all this and goes, by the way, so real quick, smoke. I'll remind you what I told you yesterday. So mutations like this, right, take over each, basically how claimed work is each day, it takes several days to complete, and each day he'll develop a new mutation. So he's only been, from what you can tell, he's been possessed for less than 24 hours at this point.
Yeah.
So he hasn't developed any mutations, but come tonight, he'll probably develop his first.
The issue is, like, even if he does, like, develop a mutation, it's gonna be out there in the open, and it's gonna be bad for people immediately. So we want to, like, prevent that.
Yep, I'm just giving you, making sure you understand the details.
I know. I'm just explaining what my character is thinking.
So Jenkins is like, right. So we're going to have to take care of this. Can't exactly leave him in leave him in the jail cell or in public eye. But this is your case, Russ. If he mysteriously disappears, internal will be you're the one who's going to have to deal with any fallout.
Wait,
Well,
I got. Okay, yeah, this might work. I got people for this. That perks of being a part of that private contracting team. So I'm gonna.
Jenkins will look at you and raise an eyebrow at this.
I mean, it's like their main thing is being the Men in Black, I guess. So it works out. So they've done crazier shit. So I'll text my air quotes boss to see if we can get this guy out of here.
mm,
She'll be right back. She'll step out of the room once she gets cell service again, and in her head she'll send a call to Mr. X
Right.
and or receptionist of Mr. X.
So while you're doing that, go text bot exactly what you're sending.
Ah, shit. I have to text
mm,
bot. It's disgusting.
Yep.
from what I see is like directly dragging the spirit out would be immensely valuable. Because then we could talk to it. But then it might mutate. Get a whole different place. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Um. So he'll not fully nod at this as he goes. Don't know much about them, but from what I heard, is the spear doesn't leave until the um, until you drop the body.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some other way, but you probably have to do some research. Not exactly my forte, you know?
I know. I got you. Knucklehead. But I don't know. I could always try something with.
You'll make sort of a posture as you do that. Say that.
Yeah,
This is a pack. It's very, very much. It's still a pack. There's joking around, but at the same time, there's still very much an order of operation.
yeah. Gotta be professional. Dang it.
He'll.
I don't think bot's on right now, so
Oh, he's. I know. I was just saying. Text him what you're texting Mr. X.
okay. Well, I already did. So we're assuming that he's just.
Yeah, I don't believe he. We'll just assume Mr. X
Okay, is
Let's
whatever.
put this way. It's during the middle of the day.
Okay, so we got time.
Yeah. All right. So, Bob Jenkins will nod as you walk back into the room and say, "You think they'll be able to take make this guy disappear without any of our help?"
I mean, he's definitely got the resources. He's made shit go under the table before.
Nods and then turns towards Jenkins or turns towards our lovely detective and goes, "So, how'd you come across this?"
Well, do I know of any information that I need to keep to myself, just by the way, like jurisdiction wise or something like that?
Well, there's plenty of information in this that you probably should keep to yourself jurisdiction
Okay,
wise. However,
okay.
pack wise, that might things might be different.
Pax
You
supersedes
know,
humans' jurisdictions.
yeah.
Okay. I just the rest isn't very involved in the pack. Well, until now. So he will say, well, the I am at the or I am a part of the homicide squad. Therefore, we are investigating a series of murders along with the gang department are as well following as well due to the involvement of a gang called Blood Dogs. While we are investigating a series of drug,
Valentine's eyebrows immediately raise. Like, wait, blood dogs?
yeah,
Oh, those. Oh, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Jenkins will turn towards you and go, ask, "Does it?"
I mean, there was a on one of my deals. We ran into a bunch of them, and there was a few wolf blooded in there, so they were just generally weird altogether. I think one guy was like spitting acid.
gross.
Yeah, it was. Uh, None of them got
um,
away though, but still.
Frowns at this information as he's going to have to be able to be like, "We've got a gang of wolf blood that
Yeah, they keep peddling. They're peddling that drug around. What is it? What they calling it now? Go or
mm-hmm.
green light?
Dream Night. From what I'm assuming, it makes people, you know, it invokes a spirit and they attack people soon after. That's just an assumption. I don't have any actual evidence.
Jenkins frowns at all this.
People are smoking spirits. Huh. That's
Not good.
no, not at all.
So time is of the essence, really.
Cities already has a fairly complicated relationship with the shadow. The gauntlet is thick in most parts around here. Given what's outside of the city, last thing we want to see is an upset in the natural chronological order of the spirits. This thing is somehow messing with them or forcing claims. We need to know.
And I entirely believe the first step to doing that is extracting the spirit from this accountant.
Did you get any other information from him?
Well, from talking to him, I learned that he's never had a criminal record. He's never done anything, and he turned and killed his family almost as if on a whim. After he took the drug that was distributed by the blood dogs, the doesn't seem to be all there, of course. But beyond there wasn't really much that he gave. He seems to know. That's important. Sorry, I forgot that detail for a moment. Seems to know what we are, and I'm assuming that's the spiritual influence, which is more than likely devastating on our side.
Well, okay, if we hand him to Section 9, we should get a lot more information out of him, since they're pretty good at dealing with this shit.
Mhm.
Will they share the information?
They'll share enough for us to stop this stuff from happening, since they really don't like... Yeah, Mr. X would totally share the information with us. He's trying to look out for everybody. He's a nice guy.
I mean, in my downtime, I could try to make something to draw
Does-
it out.
Quick question. How much does Jenkins know about Section 9?
Mate, he knows that V and Svetlana and Valentine are connected to it. He's not 100% aware, but he also knows they have some pull. And they
Is he aware that they're operated by it's operated by vampires?
I don't think so.
Okay. He'll nod slowly at your reasoning, but not say anything as he thinks this over. Right.
And hey, if this guy's being possessed, I've got a friend, remember that guy, Perun Jenkins? Wait, you never met him. We went to one store that one time. Alright, anyways, I know a guy. He's magic as fuck. He helped stop Nick from being possessed by a gun. He's good with dealing with possession.
What, is he another wolf?
No, he's a storm cloud.
He's a storm cloud.
Yeah, weird storm cloud lightning sex wizard thing.
Right? Are you malfunctioning? Like, is that a thing you can do? Wait a minute.
What are they called? He said not to say their names out loud because it gets things attention. Like changeling. Yeah, one of those.
What, you mean like, well, oh,
I don't like I hear dice.
like what? Like one of those shapeshifters from D&D?
Ew.
No, they're like... They're kind of just like... I don't really know. I've only met like... Possibly two. I don't know. All I know is he's good at manipulate. He can like manipulate emotions, do magical contracts, and when you actually look what he literally looks like, he's literally just a walking storm cloud. Like his hands are lightning bolts.
You sure he's not some sort of spirit in disguise?
No, he's not a spirit. He's like, he was a person, still is. Apparently, he got like kidnapped for a while. It's weird. A thing turned him into what he is. It's weird. I don't know. He makes a lot of magical contracts though, and apparently he also can like feed off dreams. They're really weird. Like, I mean, there's like,
Right. You can see Jenkins is growing concerned about all this.
don't worry, he's a nice guy.
Say that, but if you're wrong, if he's some sort of other version of acclaimed or something worse,
I can go and verify it, Jenkins, if it's really that bad.
I think his dog's a spirit though, but that's neither here or there.
wait, his dog's a spirit?
Yeah, but he eats peaches. I don't know what that guy's got going on. I know he's got like a vampire servant. It's weird.
Blinks slowly and goes, he got one of the bankheads as a servant.
He was like the vampire was like he wasn't like he was comatose or something. I don't know. Apparently he was like just a body of a vampire, and the ghost of the cowboy ghost that was trying to possess my husband was put in that guy's body, and now that's what's going on.
Jenkins will just rub his the side of his temples.
I don't know what's normal
What?
anymore. Why is this act? Now you mention it. Why is this shit normal to me?
You know what? I do not want to hear anymore. I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear anything. Otherwise, I'm going to have to report it to the others, and then we're going to have to deal with this dude. And I really do not want to handle this.
He helped me save V.
Oh, then he's just great and everything. He says, his voice dripping with sarcasm, for he just shakes his head. Right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going out on patrol. I've got enough clout that I can fake your registration. So you'll be coming. It'll seem like you are coming with me. Detective, I want you to look into the Section 9 shit with her. And then you two need to turn your attention on what the fuck's going on with the what the fuck's going on with these blood dogs.
Mhm.
I want to hear all about when we go have a moot tonight.
What the
Look,
fuck is my life?
Christine, I'm putting myself out on a limb for you. I get blamed enough for every other little shit that goes wrong with the pack. You better not be wrong about this.
Trust me, it'll
And
work
you'll
out.
just turn and walk out, muttering something about needing a fresh thing of coffee.
Jeez, I haven't seen him that salty in a while.
I think I saw some extra gray hairs, but you know, we're good.
Yeah. Anyways, you should probably make sure that guy doesn't turn into a X-Men monster, kaiju, whatever he's gonna do in a prison.
Yeah, so let's get on it, huh?
Ba-da-da-da-da.
So what are you guys going to do?
um. Well, Okay, out of character. When I texted Bot, he said okay. So
Yep. I kind of figured he's just respond with that.
quote of the year, Mr. X. Okay. So and we're kind of
So you guys can go talk to Eddie some more, try to get some more information.
sure.
You
Let's
guys
talk to
can
this Eddie character.
you guys could go see if you can find Perrin. You guys can go hit the street to try to find some information of the Blood Dogs, or you can go introduce um, our lovely detective boy to Section 9.
Russ doesn't really want to go talk to Eddie right now. But if we want to do that, we can.
Well,
And
let's talk to
Eddie's
Section
talking.
9 since they're the ones who are gonna. Since we can talk to Eddie a lot more comfortably when he's behind a proper cell with some flamethrowers.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are going to Section 9?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
To get a proper debriefing.
All right. So when you get to Section 9, when you pull up and you park in the parking lot, one of the security guards out there doesn't appear to be any security, but as you walk up, you're walking up, everything's fine, there's no one there, and then you hear someone clear their throat, and as you turn, suddenly there's what looks to be a plainclothes security guard just sitting outside of the building, sipping a coffee, as he will look at you two and go, Justice, who's your friend?
Morning, this is out of character. What's your name?
Just go with Russ, man.
Hi, this is Detective Rust. We already called ahead. Said we were coming to discuss a thing.
We'll look through some information. Take out a data pad, poke it several times. You'll and then he'll just slowly nod and go, right, 4th floor on your left.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yeah. You guys are directed towards one of Section 9's oh so famous waiting rooms. The room seems to be a crystalline white box with white walls, white floor, white paneling all over it. As you two step in, a table will seem to rise from the center of the room with several chairs. As it does so, a young man in a business suit steps in. And he'll go, right. I'm Mr. Y. I'm the current daytime liaison for this situation.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance, but why?
Why what?
No, so you're X's liaison, and your name is Y.
Because W was taken.
That's fucking amazing. All right, I'm sorry.
So, like
Here's the
26. Or like,
So, from what I've gathered, you seem to be having a dilemma with a certain prisoner.
Yes, Mr. Rust here would have more information on him since he's spoken with the subject.
We'll look towards Russ.
I'm gonna look towards Christine. Like, wait a minute. You just pulling that out. Like, all right. Then we'll look back towards Mr. Y.
He goes, he'll hold out his hand and go, hold out his hand as he does so and go, I am, like I said, my acronym is Mr. Y. I'm the current liaison to the situation. What seems to be the trouble and how can we help you?
It's quite simple, really, when you lay it all out. He'll take the hand and shake it. Then you'll state that there is a current investigation going on, and we happened upon a claimed. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Shakes his head.
Then I guess you don't need the details then. Basically, we're looking for a space to contain this being for a while until we can, extract its being.
We have facilities available for such containment. However, what measures are you currently looking for?
Got things for like mutants? Like, I don't know your setup, friend.
We just need him out of there anonymously. Like, you can probably fake some sort of prison transfer. Just something to get him out of the cell before people see him.
Nods at this. We can see what our connections can do. However, it may take some time.
Do you have any backup contingencies if things go south?
In what manner?
He, like, mutates before we're able to get him out?
We got like
Yes. We send in a strike team and kill it before it causes any major problems.
Fair enough.
I believe
to
that
be
should
any
be
trouble.
quite clear. After all, you are part of the strike team.
Alright, I just wanted to see if there was, like, something else you wanted to do besides me just blowing its head off.
Shrugs and goes, I'm not really familiar with these claimed are. Therefore, I can't really logically work out the situation. If we can prepare Cell, but without knowing what exact abilities this thing will demonstrate, I guarantee a proper holding cell.
I mean...
Can it turn to smoke? Can it pass through the walls? Is it super strong?
That one. Really strong.
Noted.
Russ know
Stencil.
anything beyond that? Because if not, it's like you can't
Russ
give him any.
didn't try to even identify what kind of spirit was in him.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be hard to do anyways. Hmm. I think there might be a way to draw it out before it gets too much trouble, but I mean, if it really becomes a problem, you can just gun it down, but having the aspect or part of the creature that I can talk to, you know, figure
Why
it
do you,
out
why do you need to talk to this thing?
for an investigation, as a detective would do, Mr. Y. You sure do ask why a lot.
It's
It's
my
been like
job.
a long time.
You're asking us to hold an unknown entity for unknown reasons.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't take a detective to know what a detective does.
I would push disguise buttons.
Oh, okay. you whisper that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why will Sai go? I believe we got off to on the wrong foot. Holds out his hand to shake.
I'm not touching his hand a second time. That's like
Shake that hand.
weird.
Shake that hand.
I'll shake the hand. Oh God, he's gonna do something weird. I don't like him. He's gross.
What? Can you roll me a resolve plus composure? Actually, sorry, not resolve plus composure. It's composure plus primal urge.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Sir. No, not wits. Composure plus primal urge. Get rid of that wits. Get that wits out of here. 5 successes.
Oh, fuck.
Alright.
I don't care
Let me
about
just
your
roll.
life.
Let me just roll his.
You might roll like 20.
We're gonna just. I was expecting like just the sound of like a bucket of D10s getting poured onto the floor.
Onto like a keyboard or something.
As he's counting it, he slips halfway through.
Ah, dang it, gotta start over again.
That'll be 35.
Touching that hand. God, it's evil. It's an evil hand.
Well, that's because you gave attitude.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Like, he was like, oh, unknown circumstances. Ooh. I'm a
You maybe-
detective. It's criminal work, man.
Alright. You beat him by 1, so you are not charmed.
Good. He's not very
But you don't know
charming.
anything that happened. You are not aware that this happened.
Okay, that's fine.
As he'll just nod slowly, then go. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm just trying to make sure we are prepared to hold this entity. Furthermore, as Section 9's main prerogative is the stability and safety of the supernatural community, I find it's, if we are to work together, it is in our best interest to know the exact nature of this reasonings for holding this creature.
What our detective here seems to be trying to do is, we have an investigation which does involve supernaturals, as the blood dogs, which he seems to be associated with, seem to be a bunch of weird mutant, half-spirit, wolf-blooded things that are selling drugs that may or may not also turn people into weird possessed demon people. As for the immediate thing, is just getting him out of there before he turns into the thing from the Fly that old movie about the Fly, and starts being a very obvious magical fucker.
Nods at the mention of the blood dogs and says, "We're aware of the current situation. I believe someone was going to contact several of you later on to investigate the situation. It is believed that the drug has some sort of supernatural effect, and we were hoping that to send a force to acquire some of the drug."
All right.
In the meantime, we will help hold this person as long as we are informed and kept up to date on this investigation.
All right.
Nods and goes, "Very well. Let me contact my channels, see what exactly can be done here, and we will get back to you." Turns towards Russ and goes, "We will also have a cover story for you should things go south, given that you seem to be directly involved in this investigation."
I don't like how many dice just hit the table.
You should. Okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to get off, but I will tell you guys this. For interesting information, Eddie Fox disappears from his holding cell that night. There's no information on where he went, what happened to him, or anything like that. Furthermore, it's those who are aware of the situation are being told to keep it quiet, hush it up. In fact, several of the lower staff, if you inquire about it, do not seem to even remember that they had someone named Eddie Fox even in there. All records of his time there have been deleted and wiped from the system.
See, Russ, I told you it'd work out. Sips coffee.
Yep. Sips coffee back.
One sipping coffee, just regular Tuesday. Shit's just fine. The other one's like, what the fuck can they do?
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, later.
Later.